Oh my god.
Hello and welcome to another beautiful video of cutting agates with Josh. I am the owner of Agatebay and live in Germany, and today with you I have some incredible Purple Passion agates. These are some of the best pieces I've ever put my hands on. I've been trying to get good rough material for years, and these are the biggest chunks I think I've ever had the chance of owning. I've never seen any material that is quite as good in rough to cut it. So I'm super hyped about cutting this batch. This is one of the very few places worldwide where natural purple agate can actually occur. So this is the deepest saturation of purple you can ever imagine in any agates to be natural. You can see it's got a great combination of pink, purple, I think even maybe a little of amethyst in the center. You can see the window wraps up to around here, so I'll have to cut behind this area, then up behind this area where it's all broken off, and then before this area where it's broken off here on that side again. So it gives me a very clear cutting line of, you know, pretty much only one cutting line that I have to avoid all of the open windows. So I'll go ahead and put it in the saw with you and then see how it turns out. Alright, we got it clamped in, so it's ready to cut.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
You could already see it from the outside, just incredible window, and I'm so happy that it went all the way through. And just look at that piece. Out of this world Purple Passion agate. The purple so insanely banded, and also in so many different shades. Like a light purple, very dark purple, then a grayish kind of purple, and then more towards a red in the center. The flow channel incredible. I honestly can say I've never cut a better Purple Passion agate than this. The only thing that's, you know, throwing a little off is like the tiny little fracturing areas down here, but the banding is just so incredible in this piece. Incredible specimen. Alright, so this is the second half of the Purple Passion agate that I've just been cutting. You can see it's got the same incredible window showing, they fit perfectly together. This is a little bit tougher to cut because it has more broken areas around the entire piece. So you can see the entire area down here has been broken off, so there's no way I can avoid going through that unless I want to cut for a much smaller part of the nodule. So I have to cut through the smallest part where the banding is interrupted the least. So the banding will still be mostly complete. Same for this area, the window just reaches too far back that I can avoid it if I don't want the nodule to get tiny in the end. So I have to cut through the area where it's relatively still close together with the banding. You can see the window right here. I was trying to avoid cutting through the small part right here. And then here also through the smaller section of the window. And that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, still really nice piece. Fantastic banding here. Just a lot smaller than the other half, the way I imagined. Just opened up to a lot more of the host rock. But still beautiful banding. Still top-notch quality Purple Passion agate.
It's a fantastic piece the way it is. Not quite as good as the other half, just for the reasons that it's broken off on two of the corners, which will take a lot of the value of this piece. So in order to try to get a better picture out of it, I will try to cut it behind this window that I didn't want to cut that far back in the beginning because I was afraid the nodule just gets too small, and I'm still afraid of that also because there's a big chunk of host rock sitting in here that the further I cut back in this way, the higher is the risk that there will be more host rock in the end. And also, what I'm also afraid is this quartz window that you can see here. You can see it opening up here on that side, and you can see a big quartz window here on the back there. So it is a pretty risky recut, but I'm also just not 100% happy with the agate right now. So that's the reason why I want to cut it again, just to see if there is a potential to make it better, even if I feel like it's more like a 50-50 kind of potential in this case. I just put it in the saw again. You can see the window reaches all the way up here, right where the saw blade will be going. And it's coming out right there where the other window is. And the third window is hiding right below here.
Okay.
I think it was a great decision to place the recut just for the reason to make it more complete here and on that side. And also actually it changed for the better a lot. The host rock disappeared a little, the agate grew up to get bigger again, and this is what it looks like now. Definitely a good decision to make the recut. It's got the eyes over here on that side as well. The quartz is not as big as I was afraid it could be. The combination of the red here, the purple in all different kinds of shades. Really nice piece. It's got a couple of these fractures, but for Purple Passion this is a really good piece for sure. Yeah, we have two more pieces to go. One that has like this kind of elongated bread shape. So you can see it's more thick here on the right hand side. So I will cut it further here to that point where it's actually got a bigger thickness of the piece. I will avoid this window right here that stretches all the way right here, and I will cut in between those two smaller windows and then right across the entire nodule like this. And look at that. So striking in color with this purple and this kind of burgundy red almost around it. The white banding adds so much to the contrast in the piece. Also a tiny little floater. Yeah, not a ton of host rock attached to it, so fabulous specimen right here. I'm a little bit scared of this piece. It looks like the entire top part in this nodule will be host rock. The color is tremendously beautiful. It has windows peeking all the way through here, then the super intense windows of purple right here. But I'm afraid that there will only be like agate concentrating like in this belt kind of area that's reaching all the way around, and then like little bits of agate up top here, but I'm afraid that not all the parts here will be agatized. So I'm kind of a little bit unsure on how I want to cut the piece. I will be going for the longest face cut on this piece. I'm afraid there will be some host rock, but if I cut it for the biggest face, then there's also a higher chance that there will be more different agate centers sprinkled within the entire nodule. And now there's just a couple windows that I need to take care of. I want to cut right left to this one, in between of these two windows, right up here, then across here, try to miss this little window up here. This one I don't care so much about, and then all the way up here next to this window until we get back to the original window up here. Alright, we just put it in the saw after fighting with it for like 10 minutes, but I think it's just perfectly in the clamps right now. Here's the window I mentioned, then here just in between those two windows, just next to that window up top here. And yeah, the rest I can't show you because I can't turn it right now. But I think you know which way it's going through, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and cut it right now. I was hoping it wouldn't, but the agate is really just concentrating in this layer and then a couple more areas sprinkled out here and there. But this is what it looks like. A huge chunk of stone with just a little of this beautiful purple color down here. I mean, it's such a rich purple that it's hard to beat. But of course I wish it just had more agate all over the entire rock right here. I'm not exactly sure yet what I'm gonna do with this one. I think I may just, you know, hit the top with a hammer to like kind of get the purple area more concentrated and not have this entire batch of host rock and quartz attached to it. So I think that's what I may do in the end. But I mean, nice colorful piece. Alright, here's the entire batch of pieces I've been cutting of the Purple Passion Agates, and the first one just stayed unmatched the entire time. Just such a perfectly incredible specimen. I have difficulties finding words for how beautiful it is. For me it's the clear favorite of this entire batch, but let me know which of these you actually like the most. I'm a little bit disappointed with the last one just because I had the hopes that it would have more agate banding spread throughout the entire piece, although the signs it was showing me, I already had a little bit doubts in my mind that it would be fully banded. But you know, that's just sometimes the way it goes. You win, you lose on some of them, and in the end just the average has to be somewhat good. Otherwise I wouldn't have fun doing this. This is the other half of the first one I just showed you. We cut it 2 times, and I think it turned out better with the second cut. So it was a good choice to make the recut on this piece. And then this is also just such a beautiful specimen. So I really enjoyed cutting this material because I just so rarely get the chance to cut any of these rare Mexican Purple Passion agates. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Let me know which is your favorite. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.